Welcome everyone. I got some cool stuff to talk about. Hopefully that's functional. I thought that would be kind of fun. I'll turn it down for me. Okay. It's copyright free. I'm gonna link this, but anyway. I found this paper on the Kali Gandaki Valley section of the Himalayas. So I was immediately excited. Pretty late last night, but let's see. So this is the valley, but especially what I'm finding out, the gorge is really between Dhaulagiri and Annapurna. So this mountain here and this one, Dhaulagiri to Kush Peak. If we turn and face it here, mind you, real quick, Damodar Kund is over here. So in relationship, we're at the far south of the valley at the end of the gorge. Okay. And Himalayas sequence. If we pull up a map, I was trying to figure out what's going on in the area geologically. So geologically, there is Lesser Himalayas, High or Great Himalayas crystalline sequence. This one is high grade metamorphosis. I believe in this paper they might even have termed it a spine. Somewhere I feel like I came across that. Okay, well, maybe not. Regardless, maybe I just thought of it that way. But there's this chain of lesser Himalayas, which are described as being formed from Precambrian to Mesozoic, unmetamorphosed to low-grade metamorphic sediments. So the lesser Himalayas, this yellow band, is made of low-grade or unmetamorphosed sediments. Okay. And then the high Himalayan, greater Himalayan sequence is metamorphic rock of medium to high grade metamorphic rock, 20 to 30 kilometers thick sequence. Don't think I got a date on that, but it's separated then from the next layer, the Tethys Himalayas. The Tethyan sedimentary sequence also is this blue region. So when I look at this map, it never really shows precisely what the boundaries are, and then I look over here, I'm like, I don't know like where this is, maybe exactly in the mountain chain is a little difficult to pinpoint. So what we're doing now is pinpointing, because this paper talked about these layers, and then here they show Mount Dhaulagiri, Mount Takush are part of the Tethyan sedimentary sequence. And then the Annapurna detachment, which I don't know what to make of it yet. All I know is that it exists, and that it is the alternative to the South Tibetan detachment that I think is more generally present. I'm not sure. This, or it's a second detachment. I'm not... there's so much information on the Himalayas. It's like, oh my god, daunting to even try to look at it. But the point is, the greater Himalayan sequence we see, though, really starts below Dhaulagiri and goes over not that far to where the mountains start to drop off. So if we go back here, here's that one. So the Tethys sedimentary sequence basically overlays this metamorphic chain over here that basically ends around here based on this image, or even before there, before it drops off. So maybe like around here even, or that one like here, where there's a section that goes under Dhaulagiri. Oh, there's a 2 over there, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't realize it was named 1. Okay, well, point is, so now we got an idea. So the over here, this side, is the Tethys sedimentary sequence. So what we find the shallograms in is part of the Tethys sedimentary sequence. Now then the next question is, where's the boundary in regard to the north side? So north, the Tethys sedimentary sequence is bounded to the north by the Indus-Sangpo suture zone. Indus-Sangpo suture zone. Which looks pretty far north, like reliably further north. I would guess here, or possibly here, or even... I mean, it's basically connecting the Tibetan Plateau to the Himalayas with some intermediary layer or region known as the South Tibetan Detachment. Or no, sorry, that's down here, I think. I guess that's like generally down at the boundary of the greater Himalayas and the Tethys sedimentary sequence. Unclear without looking more. But it's the Indus-Sangpo suture zone, which I would guess is reliably at least like where the Kali Gandaki Gorge, or valley is what I'm going to call this, the valley, this region, and then the gorge, I guess, is the portion where it goes narrow. But the valley reaches all the way to the suture zone, maybe? I'm not sure. It's very hard to find exact details. Oh my god. Incredible. Every angle has... try not... Okay. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Doesn't look like a penis. Oh my god. Makes me think of the Shiva Ling. Okay, before I just stare here. So there's that. Hopefully I'm audible with this sound. I'm gonna have to check it out after and see that I can hear me. I know I'm usually hard to hear anyway, so it's probably a bad idea. Okay, let's quickly jump over here. Schumann resonance, I saw this on Twitter today. Like, it tends, I've never seen it look like this. This is what people are saying it's looking like on Twitter. Latest. Whoa. I don't really know what to make of it. I was hoping Stephen Burns had a video in response to it, but his is a couple days ago, so maybe soon he'll have a video talking about it. I don't know who to like look to for information on what is even going on with this. Not sure how to think about it. It's like within the earth, a resonance that's, I guess, going like transitioning. Or it just does that sometimes. But like people are saying they've never seen anything like that, which it looks pretty anomalous. Whoa. Italy. Huge spike in Italy. I don't understand. Oh, this is Russia. Other places. I guess these are just blacked out. Potential sources that don't have any data. Okay, so there's that. I don't know, I'm not to freak anyone out. What the hell is Earth doing? What's going on? Okay, so I got a couple options. I've been watching videos. Maybe I'll start with this one because it's off subject. Kind of. It was a video, and a lot of these are just videos on YouTube. I guess I'm gonna have to go back through and get the links and post them. I'm kind of avoiding, in some ways, talking about these because it's a lot of videos. I've been just screenshotting. Yeah. Particularly in Upper Mustang, Nepal videos, because I'm trying to find people that are not explicitly saying Damodar Raccoon, but they went to that location, or any location of interest that we've like found intriguing, especially that spray point, for instance, things of that nature. But I just randomly saw this in my feed, and I was like, I clicked it because the video thumbnail looked interesting, and then it really is an interesting place. These, I found it interesting. This form largest, and then it's kind of like a group of two, maybe. Pardon me, sir. On the ceiling, there's so much cool stuff here. That was the guy, I forget his account name. I think it's like something Traveler, who has Google Earth finds that he goes and checks out. This was real interesting. It's like, whoa, like up here. Definitely can see like water flowed inside of this cave and like eddied at this point, and over here. I guess it may be interpreted as wind erosion. I would say this is definitively water etched. I haven't considered that it might be considered wind erosion. Oh yeah, it's not a video. Like, wind diversion? No, that's water. Water did this. This is up in the largest one. Is this ceiling that is distinctly round? Oh my god. The layers, just the layer upon layer, making up the structure that was shaped by current flows. Like, probably simultaneous, like it was forming and being etched in a shallogram kind of way. I'm not even sure where this is. I interpreted based on the comments that maybe it was around St. George, Utah area, but that's the best I got. Whether or not that's true, but I will link these videos, so if you're interested, trying to imagine what this place would have been like 1,000 years ago. Like, all of the etchings they're too perfect for just like wind, unless the wind is continuous, but that doesn't really make sense. Like, it needs a stable current flow that is continuous upon its surface to etch in ways like this. Like, wind can come from a lot of angles unless it's stably held on it like a vortex, which was probably water at that point. There it is from afar. We can definitely see these parallel like water drainage channels that water etched through the overall structure to get outburst at the seams. Gorgeous. Oh, wow. Just like the outer surface of this place is like this. Just took some pictures. Okay. So that's it. That was that one. Then here. So this place. If we go here, where that beam goes, over here. Here's GUMBA, so I figured if anywhere is a good place to look over here, it's the best I could find was this place. And maybe if I click that, no images. But so that's what this is. GUMBA. This is looking out now. Like, maybe I should do this. Wrong one. Close that. Do that. Move me, I guess. Maybe I'll do it this way. That big. 1 second. That over there. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to see what's going on my screen, but that's okay. So this is from around here somewhere, looking instead out this way. This is, I guess, the mound on the left, maybe. I don't see that hill. A sloped hill. So maybe it's even further. It's somewhere around here. I might have been better off initially. It does look more this way. Maybe this is the sloped hill. Or that, I don't know. Interesting hill though. On the right. Okay. Another image. Okay, yeah, now we're, I believe, just going like this. So they must be like here. Even closer. Very interesting structures again. Maybe not that visible. Can you see my mouse? When I guess you can see my mouse. You can see it in the little screen. Okay, we're turning. Now we're trying to get to look over that way. Turning up. We finally got a look in there. I could not find an actual good image into here. The best I could find was basically what we're looking at with the, like, kind of some evidence of something interesting, but after that, not much of anything. Okay, this is a totally different region, I guess. A lot of these I just took pictures. I'll link all these videos. I'll just link a bunch of videos. I was just skipping through videos to every single cool looking thing. Lots of caves in here. So since there's people, it's hard to say what water might have done. Like in this image. Over here. Maybe I'll turn off my display capture for now. Even bring it back so I can see it for the time being. Okay. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna just keep going. Very cool, very cool. Not the best picture. Some of these are probably gonna be just bad pictures because I was just like, screenshot. Camera in motion, catch the wrong frame. Epic, here that was. Oh my god. Not sure. I was trying to get a bearing, so a lot of these I took pictures where they were. Like, they'll have a location around the pictures. Like, I don't know where this is. Like, could it be where I actually want to see? Could it be where I want to see? There we go. Like, looking across like that. Or is it probably the other way? It seems more likely to be a river going into this side. Although... like, where is that? Could it be? Lose my bearings. I don't think it's that one. It could even be like, I don't know, it might actually be the one I'm looking at for. It's really wide. Really wide. This is really wide. Like, could it be? The clouds. Whoa. That does look like the opposite side over here on the closer side of this image. So maybe it is that. I'm thinking that might be it. Because nothing else is so straight. Maybe this one? But it's way smaller. That thing is flanked by these like little V-shaped things over here too. Just the way it's big V-shape, a bunch of just V-shapes. Which I feel like this is. That's totally it. Oh my god, we found a picture. So this is where a beam shoots across. Let's play it. Let's play it. There. I did that backwards. This is where a beam shoots across. Bing! Water comes through the valley, overflows down this way, wraps around. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Wraps around until it gets to the nucleus. I guess I can look at it here. Comes in here, wraps around, comes back to this location where it hits the pressure and bends, and then gets caused to ramp up here and out after crossing at this point and this point and going around this way and around here and around and then up. It ramps here, literally, and then it arrives here which is why that image that I have now closed so that we can watch that is very interesting. Oh my god. There it is. I might have to find that again. Okay. Let's keep going. Actually, let me look at it a little bit more. I could see water like hitting over there and just pushing things aside in a way to create this relatively like long V-shaped valley that it ramps in the resistance wobbling up. It looks way more wobbly than this shows it on the, like it's really like a wave. And looks straighter. That must be the mountain here that it wraps around and goes to the side. To each side around it goes this way. Goes this way. And I guess we can see this one too, just behind the peak. And then maybe like this one here, or wait, no, this one. The current goes this way, and it goes this way, and then it ends up meeting, here it is, at this location, going around and this way and meeting here, as well as going up this way and meeting here, I guess. Going in this way, meeting here. In this way, meeting here. Just creating these pinch points, pushing the material together, I guess. Like, definitely participating in the mountain building process. By a beam shooting a current across the valley from over at Damodar Kund. Over here, interacting here, compressing. Here. Possibly building a ramp too. Like, did it ramp? Go up and over this way? Like, after that, maybe it overflowed over this way. And was able to more so just go across at that point. Like, I really think that's going on. It certainly goes over here too. But it goes out here. Possibly to the suture zone kind of region. To the end of the Tethys sedimentary sequence and boundary of whatever the Tibetan plateau and like any other particular boundaries around here up in these parts. Oh my god, okay. Let's move on. Cool picture. This one's got a little bit of a chakra, maybe. Up here. And in general, but that's about all that I... Also in the picture, I really gotta... Maybe I'll do this for a second. Can you see my mouse? Okay. Okay. These things. Like, they're kind of rounded. Just noted it. I don't know. Okay. Pretty interesting features for sure. Okay. Let's keep going. More interesting features with just the blocks. Maybe a large circle with a divide down the middle even here, and maybe like a spine type thing back here. Something over there. Like something in the geological process of forming this area that resulted in these mounds. Not just like growth of some bush or something that's the grass or something. This was interesting. I'm not completely sure that that's not... No, it's not man-made. Okay. Yeah. The erosion here. Interesting. Quite a chakra over on this top side. Maybe even some up-down striations here. And side to side. I don't even know if I noticed that cave. Whoa. Not sure what's going on there. Cool, cool. I mean, potential hologram things, nothing like... Check it out, see? That's kind of interesting down here, too. Oh, you probably couldn't see that because I have this freaking thing open up. Oh, my head is all the way over here. We can close this for now. For now. Okay. Lots of like little chakra type things. Lots of them all over the place, both sides. Nothing so like overall shalogram like, but more chakra type things and Shiva-ling type things maybe. Makes me think of the spheres video I did. Very cool. Just slicing on the right side. That kind of looks shalogram-esque. There's definitely some like bending here, and like whoa. That looks kind of like a shalogram. Then, oh my god, could it be? Like a chakras over here that like sent energy through here. That created like layers in circles here. I don't know if I can find this real fast. The one I spent a while looking for the other day. So be prepared to skip ahead if you want. Maybe just skip ahead if I'm moving on from this. Then all around the world. There it is. I think I turned it. Okay, the reveal. I guess we can go like this. Turn it this way. This way. And then go over here. possibly, I would say, highly, highly likely to be related. And really, this other side gives credence, as well as just the fact that there are these like slices, which reminds me of the Damodar Coon one. This one with the slices down that then created the chakras here, as well as the overall structure here. Okay, display. Maybe I'm gonna move that over there again. Okay, cool. So that's another possible shallogram link in the area. I don't know where this is exactly, but I do have the video just title in the screenshot is cool. It saves the video title, I guess, so I can at least search for it. There's another that point I was trying to find. This is pretty far in the south, I remember. This is early in their trip, going from the south north. Lots of interesting features we keep running into. Made me kind of think of that Egyptian godhead that has like a pointy, comes to a point and then has a circle on top. Interesting, but okay. This place was pretty cool. Shangzi Cave. Like this over here looks kind of shallogram like. As well as just at the top. Another angle. Some more shallogram features inside here. Maybe even the whole of it extending out, I don't know. On here. This shape is long like that, like it goes in and out, and then like, is that same spot that whole length? That's interesting. This looks like it goes out further across too, like a tooth would, like not just like pointy at the very tip, but across a width. And other things, definitely see that in other places. Having like a spine thing. Even like that one we just looked at had a current going up through the layers from the base. This one I thought even had like a chakra and like a nucleus thing. Whoa, that looks like it has a nucleus, 2 chakras, nucleus like pushed off this side. Possibly something there. The crack, like this tends to happen in shallograms where there's features interconnected, like through a crack, through a channel that's etched on the surface, pretty much. More shallogram looking features, even like the whole of it. Like, it's looking maybe like a huge piece of a shallogram. That's incredible. They must know. They must know. They must look at this and be like, shallogram. Some people must know. Maybe they're not able to convey it or choose not to convey it. I don't know. But some people know that they are in the lands. Wow. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe a circle. Maybe an ammonite type shape there. I don't know. Some more arc things going on down there. I'm not sure what's going on down there exactly. More shallogram features that we maybe didn't notice before. We only saw like this far. Like over here, those lines just etching through the rock, just cutting like thin slices through to channel through. At some points creating from that like openings where the water could flow more freely and relieve pressure by like kind of having like a lake basin type thing to store the water flow in, when it actually could like remove material. Stuff, more shallogram looking things, more shallogram looking things. Just trying to make sure I don't skip anything too interesting. I'm sure there's all sorts of interesting stuff. Something going on there. It's hard to say what's man-made in situations like this. Like, it could be that this in here is 2 chakras, and they didn't do this. They just said, hey, we can build right there, and there's 2 really defined chakras here, and like chose to, as well as other circumstances. Like, I don't know. Like, or they carved windows. Like, it's hard to say what might have happened in places like that, so I'm not fond of that, using that for evidence too much. If it's around something like that, this was interesting. I think this was up. Like, he went like this, and there's just these like gouges. Suggestive a current was like that takes a lot of current to get a water flow with enough energy to go up like that into this wall and gouge up. Some interesting stuff that I don't know much about anything about, but just natural formations that are definitely worshipped. It looks like there's a face in there, head, I think a body. Definitely interesting features that have been associated with gods. I can almost see Ganesh, I think, the elephant, 2 eyeballs, although in some instances I think it's etched. Like, people, like shallograms, they took the as they found it and carved its surface to be even more so a certain way. I don't think this one's etched though. This doesn't look like etched. Some of them look etched, although maybe, or it was etched a really long time ago. Oh my god, if it was etched by currents, it is possible. Like two figures over here on each side. One of the places it looks like it's a temple that may or may not have been naturally formed. And it's just like a round ball, but at the top of a mountain. But I'm not sure that it was built at all. And they didn't just find it like that. I took a lot of pictures of that one just because I wasn't sure. I mean, I would have totally understand if it was built, but don't know. Lots of just interesting stuff, currents over here. I don't know what to make of it. This is the first time I've really seen anything like these. I just took some pictures. This has some dominant recessive current pass looking appearance. Maybe that goes around this too. Around. Whoa. This may be carved, but I'm not sure. Lots of it looks natural, so it may just be straight up natural. The current flow goes down here, goes down here, wraps around something. Things of that nature. This one, I was initially like, okay, this one is definitely man-made. Someone shaped it, but then like painted this face. It was my thought. It painted some part of it. I guess I don't have another picture of it. But the video, like the face, I was like, wait, that's just there. It may be some combination of it looking similar, where people then accented the features. I don't know though. I'm not even sure that someone shaped this at all. Okay, let's just move on because I don't know. This one they said Mount Kailash was like this. Whoa, it has like a nucleus. Straight up a core around whatever the structure is. Another Rangjung. Let's look this up. Rangjung Kasarpani. Okay, so nothing. I think it's just natural. Certainly one of them is shaped. One of them, that one I can say someone touched the surface of. Like, I don't know if because people use this, it's influenced the shape of what's around it. Here's another one, a lamp offering base, Kungbu. Guru Rinpoche's footprint. So this looks shallogram like. Like this one looks much more edged. Footprint is what it's called, but it's almost like a shallogram that just like boom. Like came in and hit the, like, got pushed into the ground and splattered flat out. It was made flat. A shallogram made flat while it was still forming, but it just got flattened. Generally sourced from Damodar Coon, but maybe like moved in the waters while of it all to be more in this region generally where this is. I don't know. I moused over my map like you could see. Another image. This was pretty interesting. Not the best. It is believed that the fifth CHAR panty flew from here to heaven. I think from there. Homen Rang Zhang. Hard to tell what's happening there. Without going back and watching it, this one's for sure etched. We can see for sure someone touched this up. This, maybe, I guess, but maybe not. This for sure. Like they, right? That would be incredible if something like that formed naturally. Lots of cool stuff, lots of cool stuff. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Oh yeah, here we go. Some teeth shapes back here. Layered. So I took a picture of that. That's pretty much the main thing I found interesting there. This is some place they got holy water that just scooped out of these holes. I guess continuously it was fed. Possible shallogram type features in the wall there. This is the structure, I think. Maybe on the left, or no, that's an actual. No, that's a man-made. It's way less certain than that. That one. That looks interesting out there. Up at the very top. So at the top, there's this like slice where water went through, and then there's this whole river there. I don't know where this is, but that's real interesting. I wonder how common that is in this area. We can see a flow above, comes down and separates at seemingly regular spacings sometimes, like every so often, as if the current is just flowing with so much pressure that it distributes itself in like a pixelated manner that then shapes the wall in a pixelated manner by having like repeated units relatively similar, although with change there we couldn't see a lot more there. This I would love to see some more of, whatever's going on here. Whoa. Looks like it's got an interior, like it might have like a full-blown chakra. It might be as if we got a broken hologram that we could see into the chakra. But in the middle of the valley, Kaligandaki Valley. Lots of features. Lots of features. These were pretty interesting, more of these. Anytime I see these, I think they're interesting. The way they distribute the water flow, like, not in this range, boom. Nah, boom, nah, boom, nah, boom. Like, it's actually interesting. It looks like it might even be like going around the back. By flowing in the top, it's like creating maybe a teardrop kind of shape behind it that ends up etching a chakra behind it, like this one, or out of it, if the flow were to be still going. But the flows are pretty much done at this point, in that they are done. Like, it's not just a rain. Okay, definitely some chakra looking things going on here. Some potential there too. Again with the slices through the mountains. Just slice through the mountain. Water did that. Water done did it. I guess because there's mountain here, right? And it's the water's on the top. And then there's a actual place where as the water flows and gets past the mountain, it has water below it for a point, so it can more easily push down and displace water than a mountain. So it does at that point, and has such a downward pressure from the overlying water pushing down to try to get into lower energy level, and it just gouges these like discrete paths down. Maybe that's kind of what I'm thinking with these things. Chakra, whoa. It's kind of like it was once like this. Interesting. Now it looks much more, maybe it is connected, I don't know. Much more individual. Over here as well, chakra type. Maybe some chakras. Let's just keep going for things like that. This is a real cool picture, but I think there were some really interesting things. I mean, it's all really cool. Definitely some more chakra evidence. Evidence that the water was making chakras across scales all over the place, sometimes forming full-blown shallograms in the right conditions, which was really only one place. But the eddies were occurring everywhere in this region, I guess, pretty prevalently. I'm not sure why there's not more shallograms. Maybe there's a lot of ammonites that are not shallograms also present. This image, I was cut it, and they were switching scenes. I think I took this just because as they were going north, it got more like this and like this. Low paths, okay. Still seeing some interesting stuff in terms of the slicing, especially. Okay, okay, okay. This was pretty cool. Pretty cool. GUMBA Lake. I've came across that before. Natural Yantsab water offering for the Kutsab Taranga GUMBA. This is cool. I don't know what this is. One of the temples has this stone. I'm pretty sure it's a stone. It's hard to say what's part of it. It looks like something's on top of it here. I assume that there's something on it here, but I think not over here. Like that looks like a stone. Do not know what it is. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know what to make of it either. Shallogram. I mean, let's keep going. I know I got more images of it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. This one's got some stuff. It's built around anything. Anytime there's some stone that they build a bunch of things around, it's because it's got interesting details on it. Usually, is my interpretation is they're just naturally there. I'm guessing this is naturally there, the way it's like that. Which is already interesting. I'm not sure what he's pointing at. He's pointing over there. I don't know. This was enough for me to just be like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Definitely some stuff going on in here. Whoa. It's hard to tell what's happening. Very cool rock. I don't have much to say about it though. This place looks shallogram like. Over here, another one of those Radshanga. I don't know, whatever the thing was before. Some images in there. This kind of gave me a vibe like it was going up to a chakra and like a stepped elevation increase towards a chakra. Then goes up to this structure, which I managed to get a good picture of somewhere. I guess not that good. That one. Best I could do. It had kind of a nucleus type thing and kept going up to a top. Made me think of a chakra. with the steps around it. I don't know what the area looks like. This is inside of a cave. Perhaps this cave, which also kind of gave me like a dendrite vibe. Where did I save it? Oh. Oh, there it is. Like, oh yeah, you can't even see anyway. The dendrite. That portion, this portion, this rock, I cut out like this chunk. Right there. Enlarged it, I mirrored it for this top one, not for the bottom one. Just mirrored it just to kind of like be like, look at it next to this. It's really interesting. It's got a little crack there, a crack, that crack there, that goes through across like that. Possibly that feature, kind of like the other one too. And then it's got all sorts of things. This one has another dendrite nearby, where this one doesn't. But like in terms of this has like a chain of little bits that are kind of like this. Okay. But like that. For this. It's kind of vibe I got for that. I tried to take a couple pictures, but I don't know if there was a better angle. Guess not. Red cliffs again. Okay, that picture was blurry. Back to that chakra. I think it does look like it really is just like a spire. Chakra. We can really see like a little indentation. Chakra. It's a chakra. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely a chakra. It's like straight up giving the middle finger out to the... More chakras, some interesting almost wave ripples down here. I don't know. This is the place. At first glance, it looks clearly, or yeah, at first glance, it looks clearly man-made. But then they walked up to it. This is around it, the structure here, which at the base has a bunch of like large boulder-sized rocks that seem to support the structure at the top. But even below the boulders, there's other boulders, so maybe I was thinking, like, what if this is a chakra? And it, like, separated the materials even in this way, where it's got a mountain with then, like, what ends up being more subtle particles at the chakra's tip. Like, it would literally have to have formed this base naturally, so it seems unlikely, but at the same time, maybe. Like, I don't see anything so absolutely man-made. as we go through it. Like this looks etched from the water that was flowing. Etched from the water. Like, why would it be like this? Here, I mean, it really looks like a wall, the way it's just straight relatively here, but again, it's not definitive. It may be that this is known to have been man-made, but I don't know why it would be man-made like this. It doesn't have a roof. It's pretty much just a wall that has, since its construction, if so, just somehow gained shallogram features like there and throughout, but like it doesn't quite. It even has a little like chakra over here at the very center, maybe. Bunch of these like boulders like this with these little specks, a little too like reminiscent of that wall I saw a couple videos ago that had like a huge core and then these specks around the larger mountain of the that had like a side just sheared in layers, these like layers going through, and then just this solid core that had specks around it, almost like electrons to a nucleus. This gives me that feeling as well, this rock, which adds to the like, why is this, they just built this wall around this. It's very odd. And over here, like this looks pretty shallogram like. Ribs, even. Nothing absolute. So that is, to me, distinguishing that it is man-made. Like, why would they do this? This probably is not man-made. This portion, the wall though, even the wall, I'm not sure. Like, it may be that the current came up, ramped up, like it literally was caused to flow around the mountain until it like went to its chakra tip and formed like a cage for the current flow. Like, it literally looks like it ramps here. Why would they build a ramp? And then there's like a hole here that I couldn't find in the video a better shot into than this. Maybe some others that don't quite show it, like how far down whatever is going on there is. What is going on there? I don't know. Just looks like the top of a mountain still. This looks, I mean, relatively wall-like, but at the same time, it also looks like something that could happen naturally, so I don't know. Don't know. That one's man-made, so that kind of adds to the potential that this one is, but it still doesn't mean it is. Unless it's like pre-flood, before the flood. That's right, that's right. Here it is. I found its location but I don't know how to find its location. I looked around, like trying to match this terrain to that. At least find a location, and then maybe I can find it. Be like, okay, that is man-made for sure now. Huh. What the? I'll bring this back up. I just noticed these are very noticeable. Like they're not always noticeable, like over here. But here they are. Here's the shallogram going out this way, and then generally goes to there that I drew it. Not like the biggest boundary, although I guess I could reason it to go out further. I'm just thinking if these could be dendrite features in more of a like fractal sense. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Okay. Where is that? That's crazy looking. Why did it do that? Like, is that what it looks like to be dendrites? On a shallogram this scale? For reference, I'm talking about like this. Specifically these features that are not always there. Like, not there. There, though. So there's dendrites. And then there's not dendrites. Like, here's dendrites. Lots of dendrites on that one. But then, like, I guess like this one doesn't really have any dendrites here. Maybe it did have some here, and that's why it's not there anymore. Like it becomes etched, so then it becomes structurally more able to have that piece like break off entirely. So like this chunk can break off entirely by being etched by the dendritic formations, basically. That's what I'm kind of curious, if there are such things in this scale that are distinguishable. Because I'd imagine they'd be not some feature that's not everywhere, but is in locations that are like where the most current is going, which is through the valley here. This is the main current, and then a secondary current breaks off this way and goes to here. Another lesser current than this one goes in here, which this one overwhelms in this region pretty much. And this one ends up just holding a boundary, generally speaking, and passing by, but not so much getting into this region, because this current is just overwhelming it. So the primary current is cutting through and etching the most. So if it's actually going through the shallogram, like if it's going through the shallogram feature over here, then it should be producing some kind of dendrite features in this region, is what I'm getting at. More so than elsewhere. Maybe like that. Thinking it might be at the boundaries, because it would not be at the interior necessarily, but along like a boundary of a system that has like a one here that has some larger boundary probably, and then another one here that has, I believe, this boundary, and around here, up this way, and another one that's maybe up here, like huge, maybe down here, I don't know. But if it's up here, then that would mean the dendrites maybe. I don't know, it's hard to say in a different plane how it might manifest, if it would have those features so prevalent, or if they just kind of, like there's not, like there are teeth here, for instance, I guess, is what I'm getting at. There are teeth. These are distinguishably teeth on multiple scales even. At this scale, this scale, this scale. So probably it's going on over here too, but I don't know. This looks like it really could be some highly turbulent region. That is where this goes across here. So there's this main current, that's right, going in from here, around here, and then it gets to this point where suddenly at this point across this way is this. which I interpreted to just be within a material that's generally like all what I've now determined to be the Tethys sedimentary sequence, which is not, it's just different time frames when it was deposited, if anything, where the greater Himalayas are all the way down here. And I believe the Tibetan Plateau is sufficiently north that it's just not even relevant. It's all just Tethys sedimentary deposits that are low metamorphic or no metamorphosis. No, unmetamorphic, not metamorphosed. I hope that music is not ridiculous. I can slightly hear it. In terms of like, I'm probably gonna be inaudible by doing that. This looks kind of parallel to this right here and right here. Whoa, almost like it did it again here. Just not, it wasn't able to, like, to the same scale. Like, the same process was happening. Repeated. This current came in, went over this way, and around, and pressure's going this way. This comes in, goes over this way, around here. Maybe it even flowed in here. It's hard to say with the glaciers. Flowed in here, or maybe up and around in a eddy of the opposite direction. Due to this flow going this way, and then this flow going in this way. From this parallel one, goes over here in this way, runs into that, so it goes up. Some of it goes out that way, but then bends around here, maybe? Forming another eddy like this one. But this one didn't have, it wasn't flat. That's what it is. This is it has a backstop. It's relatively flat, uphill even. So the water's flowing uphill. So it's running into more resistance. Whereas over here, it does the same exact thing where it branches off, goes over, divides, goes this way. This time it goes this way, but goes this way. So it goes two ways. Comes down here, goes that way and this way. Basically around that thing. But it just flows through, I guess. Although this really looks like it flowed this way. I might be basing that too much off of the glaciers right now and the way they're arcing. I'm just thinking the glaciers as they arc now are a function of how the waters were flowing then. Like, it's not an accident that like arcs like that. Like this was going this way. I know it's now going this way, but maybe there's a bunch of shalograms up there though that formed similarly, just under the glaciers covered. It might have needed a Damodar coon though. It might have needed like the chakra, like all of the pressure here to actually reach that capacity. That just wasn't able to happen here because it just drained. It had somewhere to drain to over this way, I guess. Or maybe it had like a little one here, little one there, but then it got over here. And it just didn't have a backstop. Okay, this is way long, I guess. How far did I even make it through these? Let me try to just quickly go through these. Another chakra. More really cool etchings. Chakra-like, that pillar's falling. Lots of like layers to this. Really distinct chakra there. The way that one is. There it is again. Some more chakras on the right. Even big, just general chakra to it all. More chakras, more chakras. Looks like some cave dwellings also. Cave dwellings, chakras, very cool. This place. Going up and in, looking around. Looks like up to a chakra again. Some openings, cave dwelling, cave dwelling. This I thought was interesting. In general, just layers and stuff, but like right here, kind of circular. Like a beam of some variety, a jet stream of water was pressuring right there specifically, maybe even moving it. I don't know, just a thought. Maybe other places too. It just even has like a little circle to it. Maybe it goes out there, I don't know. Or maybe it's like a nucleus that got split. More so than a beam pressuring into the point. Very, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my god, how far did I make it anyway? Let me just see before I go skipping through like half of them if I am really far away from the end of these. I do have a lot. I have a lot. Pilgrimage Part 2. Okay. I have at least another 30 or 40 pictures. Let's just play them real quick. Epic. Epic. Maybe down there has some dendritic thing going on. I don't know. Just keeping it in mind. It's hard to say when I don't know where we're specifically looking at for things like that. Definitely a clue in there. There's a chakra, just chakras. That does look kind of like it could be some reason. Just shallogram type features, I guess, here. Chakra. Muddy area. I don't know how long it's been muddy, but very cool. More of those slices, some bigger, less frequent slices. Back spaced after these ones. I don't know if that's relevant. Not sure where that goes. That looks pretty interesting. It looks kind of like the water is getting to the boundary of the rock, and instead of just traveling down a slit, it starts to take another slit, like basically up and over the rock sideways, and that then etches regular paths. So like a current's coming through here, either up and in and through, or out and through, where it's pressuring outward, and that is reaching the boundary. Like down below, it's like, sure, it can press out, but there's nothing to like remove on the other side. Like it needs a boundary to press into and be able to like ripple material out the other side to then carve a channel through it. If it's not able to move material out and displace it, then I just can't do it. So it starts to do it like frequently at the place like this, I guess. Not sure why I want to be just everywhere. Although it seems to be. This gave me a feeling like water just spiking up and down at this location because it's dropping and impacting and creating like an actual vibration in the water that's like slicing the rock in interesting ways here. I guess, is that man-made? I don't know. That might be people living there. Okay, yeah, there's that. I don't know, it looks kind of like Shalagram, like. I guess they zoomed in on it. I wasn't sure what that image was. Here it looks like man-made. Here it looks like straight up Shalagram made. Like that? What? That? I don't know what to make of that. Really flat wall, I think that's flat. I think that's just a straight up chakra like that. Lone Ranger. Standing at that elevation still. This is like the amount of energy necessary to do this to this is so cool. And that looks like straight up Shalagram features right there. Really pointing to what's probably happening is that the currents are really going between layers. It's just so subtle on Shalagrams. Here is really blatant. Some more Shalagram type things. More Shalagram type things. More Shalagram type things. Those again right at the edge of this too. Like what? Just flat plane. Really like water was falling off down with such turbulence. Something. Something to do with how the water was, the environment of the water, I guess, pressure, what was below, if there's lots of water, if there's lots of water this way pushing against it, holding it as it fell off the cliff kind of thing. So it was like held against it. I don't know, more etchings like that. This is just all over the place in this area, I guess. This I was kind of curious if they did this or if nature did that and they just built around it, these roads. It's got kind of arcs in there, like a shallogram. Straight line. In all this chaos. Definitely some order too. Very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool. So I guess water was flowing up that high. I really think so. This one I've come across before. I'm still not sure if it's man-made. It's right along a groove that has a spot there. Like, that's shallogram, like. Shallograms can do this. I'm not sure if the currents here did not do this. Maybe because this rock is here, like current was flowing. Maybe out of the rock, maybe out of the rock generally, out of the wall, I mean, into the rock, but then because it had more material here, it preferentially went this way, but then it ended up creating a cross current coming out that way, which then produced the eddies, which then produced these features to a degree, maybe equal to approximately the length of the wall of the rock. Something of that nature playing into it, where the water was already coming through this slit along the whole length of the wall. Like, I really don't think it was man-made whatsoever. I think I tried to get a good picture of this. This was interesting here, this part of it. It looks kind of like a dendrite thing again. I don't know, though. It's hard to say without a better angle. It literally was like one of those where they are like turning the camera. It wasn't even intending to look at this at all. So, like, it's hard to capture something when someone's just like moving to somewhere else and I'm like, wait, that place that place right there. Slow it down to 0.25 and this is the best I can get still. Very cool. Maybe this is that bridge that bus was going over. I think this is back at the southern end Rupp's waterfall. Potential shallogram features all around this rock. Up in here. Whoa. Like, how can we say shallograms are made by fossilization when they're clearly related to the processes on larger scales around them? Like, they can't. It doesn't make any sense. He was blowing into this wall and it was making an interesting noise, so it was like hollow, etched out. Cool. More chakras. More stuff. This has some little teeth down there. Chakra picture again. This was interesting, but cool. Little chakra looking thing there. Again with the like, although this might be caves. This is probably caves. And that's it. Alright, this video is long enough. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.